What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the Diamond Select Toys Marvel Select Beta Ray Bill. That's alright, as long as we got a Marvel figure here. Been a bit since I did a Marvel figure. This won't be the only Marvel figure in the near future. Stay tuned for one more, I believe, really pretty soon. But right now, this is the final piece from that giant DST box that I unboxed last week. Go back, take a look at it if you want all the contents in there. Or just, look through the channel for the past week, because this is the last one of that. Really like this art over here. It's pretty awesome. Art is familiar. I forget who the artist is, though. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to take guesses, because I don't want to offend anybody. But I have some guesses, but it's really cool. I don't know if it says on the back here at all. It might. I don't think it does. But very nice art. This was one of those where I'm like, man, I would love to review this. I've always loved Beta Ray Bill. I heard a lot of good things about this towards the end of last year when it came out. Though I'm not sure if every place got it at the end of last year, but it looked like a big giant Marvel Select figure, and those are the figures I think they do best, is the big giant, like, in Marvel Legends, they would be, like, Bath figures. So, like, this was one I definitely wanted to check out. So, I'm really happy, because when I did, contact DST, to see how if the Gypsy Danger was out, we talked about a bunch of different things, and I was like, oh, you have any more of this? I know it's been a few months it's been out. And he's like, I think I got one. So I'm really happy they did, because I really want to check this out. So without further ado, let's get to the review. And there's the massive Beta Ray Bill out of his package. But first, he comes with his hammer, which is also an X. Was this like the original Stormbringer? I forget the name of this. I didn't look it up either. It doesn't matter. It's his weapon. And it's pretty cool. It's done in gold. It's a little bit warped, but, the handle is brown. But overall, it's not so bad. I did have to heat up his hand to make it a little squishy to be able to open it better. To hold it from here. Should you want to hold it from there. But you could also put it here, like so. If you want to do the swirly with it. But for the swirlies, we got this awesome effect part, which is awesome, which is the hammer flying away around. And it looks pretty awesome. You see, it has a handle here, so you could faux put it in his hand, like he's, like he's holding it by that thing, but it's brown. This is pretty cool. We have done a Thor figure before here, and he had this as well. Well, not this exact one, obviously. And it's just awesome, It's just a cool idea. I love it. Well, did I do a Thor figure, or was it somebody else that had this? I forget, actually. But DST is really good at this type of effect part. So that's cool. If I could just get it in his hand. There we go. So yeah, like you could do one of those. It's pretty awesome. I really like this idea. It really works, and DST pulls it off pretty well. It looks pretty good, guys. Just give you one last look at this. I like, and I wanted to mention this, I like how it gradiates, from completely clear. You see a little bit of color, and then it gets into that yellowish gold color. And it's a lot more solid by the end. It's really nice. But that's it for accessories. We've done a lot of these select figures lately, and they've had a little bit more, but I'm fine with that because this guy is massive. He's got some articulation too. The head moves like so. The upper body moves like so. I can't really figure out if there's a waist joint behind here. I think there should be, but it's hard for me to tell, and I can't seem to turn it. So maybe there isn't. I'm not 100% sure. You got a hinge and swivel at the shoulder. It is hindered by the shoulder pads a bit, but not so bad. Then you have a bicep swivel. You have a single jointed elbow, which is ratcheted and is very tight. It's like a soft ratchet, but it's there. And then you have a hinged, swiveled wrist. The legs come out just like that, and then a little bit forward, a little bit back, swivel at the thigh, single jointed knee, ratcheted as well, and then you have a boot cut, and then you have a hinge, and a little bit of a rocker there at the foot, just enough to be able to, you know, get him in some cool posing. But yeah, that's the articulation on Beta Ray Bill. It's not so bad. As for the looks, this guy is massive. He is huge. Proportionally, I really like him. None of those like long leg issues that I had with the Wick figures, and even Kato had kind of long legs. He looks perfect from up and down. I really do dig that. Looks really good. And speaking of those legs, he's got big gold boots, which are really cool. Very like Kirby, Simonson, you know, I like it a lot. I did get, looks like a little stuck in the packaging a bit. See how the paint kind of came up a little bit there? It happened in a couple of spots. It looked like it got stuck in the packaging a bit. That's a bummer. But, you know, the sculpt is really nice. Again, done in gold. No other colors there, but it is pretty nice. Then his legs have some like gunmetal gray here with the blue. And the sculpt is pretty good, you know. It's not the nicest looking thing in the world, but it looks good enough, you know. Paint is kind of flat on it, you know what I'm saying? But it looks good. I like how these legs up here, upper legs, look like armored. And then you got the big belt. It's very like world championship type belt. There is a little bit of blue paint that came off of these straps over here. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but going to the back, it looks pretty good. You got a big old cape, plastic cape, and I like this a lot. I think it's pretty good. It's got some, you know, dark bits for some shading. I think that's really nice. Very nice sculpt on the cape. I love plastic capes way more for my figures. I've said this many times, but I think it's way better. There's a yellow in here in the gold. I think that's cool. Then you got a little bit of a V here, and then it goes up into these shoulder pads, which, you know, they're okay. A little bit offline in some spots, but it's not so bad. The arms look pretty good. Again, some of this armor bit up here, and then you got a nice big open hand. He's got 4 fingers. Really nice sculpt on the hands. Lots of nice folds and wrinkles there. Very cool. You know, the rest of his gloves look really nice. The holding hand works very well too. It's interesting because he's got like human type skin here, which, you know, I guess it's the same color as his face, but it looks more human than his face, skin tonally. And that could be because it looks like this might be painted over blue, because I could see a little bit underneath it. I could be wrong about that, but it kind of looks like that to me. Then you got the big balls here that go into the cape. You see his chest, you see his ribs and stuff. All of that's sculpted pretty well. And then that aforementioned head sculpt is pretty awesome. He's got a big open mouth, and that looks really good. The tongue inside is very well done. The teeth look pretty good. His, like, you know, upper mouth here looks awesome. I love all the, you know, little wrinklage on there. The eyes look really good. It's got a really mean looking scowl. This guy is awesome. He looks so cool. And then his helmet is tremendous. Love the little winged ear flaps, and then he's got this giant like Spartan, Trojan, Roman helmet thing going on, and it looks so good. You know, all this like crazy looking hair up here. It looks really nice. And I like how it's kind of like, it's not like perfectly straight. It looks like, you know, it's a little bit blowing in the wind. Very well done. Really nice looking. I like it. I think it looks really good. I like his open hand, how it's like, you know, very like foreground Kirby-esque and getting ready to punch you or hit you with the hammer, and it's cool. I don't know. Like I said up at the top, you know, I've always loved Beta Ray Bill, mostly from those Simonson issues from way back into the day, and so this is just cool to have a Beta Ray build that's like this. I don't even know if this is the exact design from back then. I think this might be, it kind of looks like a newer design to me, but it still like looks like a, you know, classic looking, like that era design that Simonson would have done. So I love it. I really do. And for a size comparison, here is Beta Ray build with the 1/8 crew, as well as a Marvel Legends, because I know a lot of folks would want to know, how does it scale with a Marvel Legends? I mean, he is tremendous for that size figure. He is even bigger, obviously, for the Legends, but not bad. Not bad. You know, he is a big dude, so I like it. I like it. Any way you go, he looks good. And my final thoughts, you know, I'm definitely a sucker for these big Marvel Select figures. The big ones are just very cool. Like, I think you saw it with the Marvel Legends there. It really does fit. And that's why I like them. I like them a lot more than some of their Marvel Legends BAFs of the same characters, or just some of their regular figures of the same characters. I think they just do the big guys really, really well. It's where they shine. I really, like, across the board, and I have some experience with this, even though this might be the first one I've actually gotten for review from them, but I've picked up on my own plenty of the selects of these bigger figures, and they've always been awesome. You know, like, I really, really dig them. Yeah, this is another great one. It really is. It's really, really cool. If you like this character, I think you should get him in your collection because he's really awesome. And there you go, guys. That's my review. Thanks to DST for sending this guy over and everything else that was in that big giant box, including the Ultimate Gypsy Danger, the Deluxe Gypsy Danger, I should say, and all the 3 John Wicks, the G.I. Joe Mini-Mates, Kato from the Green Hornet. All cool figures. Definitely check out all those reviews. I really appreciate that. And if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.